Good morning and welcome to our fourth and final proactive review of 2024 and my accompanying market commentary. Now, just when you thought that things were settling down, this quarter decided to give us all a great deal to think about. Alongside the constant noise of war in Ukraine, Russia, Israel and Lebanon, we experienced a massive political budget here in the UK and a landslide US presidential election result as well. The ramifications of the UK budget are currently the most damaging to our client portfolios. But let's deal with our American cousins firstly. In the US, Mr. Trump achieved a full house as he swept to unfettered power in both Congress and the Senate. The new Trump administration in January are likely to boost infrastructure spending whilst limiting social security benefits and halting vaccine programs. They've already made a lot of noise about bringing business back to the US, imposing import tariffs to protect US business, and cutting taxes and regulation on US businesses. So all of this suggests a supercharge for US equities, that's shares in US companies, alongside potentially a tougher time for US pharmaceutical companies and potential volatility in US bond markets. Now, here in the UK, we experienced Miss Reeves' big increase in tax and employment regulation, which will be an additional burden on UK businesses. In an opposite approach to the new US government, the UK government wants to increase spending on the public sector whilst taking or taxing the private sector more. Unfortunately, this plan was also accompanied by a huge borrowing commitment that certainly wobbled the UK gilt and bond market. The result so far has been a big drop in small and medium-sized UK equities, with at least a short-term recession now our base case for the UK by around the spring as things stand. However, all 8 of our model portfolios managed to beat the FTSE 100 over the quarter and over the year. However, it was a tough quarter where our careful diversification into US, Asian and cautious managed funds helped to just offset the losses caused by UK bond and equity funds. Meanwhile, global goods inflation continues to be a problem due to the ever-expanding war in Ukraine and now Russia. The recent ceasefire in Lebanon will certainly help, but ultimately an end to the war in Ukraine is really what we need for portfolios. The good news is that all 8 of our client model portfolios have enjoyed a great year for recovery, and the opportunity for growth in the world's largest economy does look far better than it has for a while. I do hope that you enjoy your quarterly review. I've never known a time where so many changes have been required for nearly all of our client portfolios. So please, can you let us have your permission as soon as you can to enable us to make those important switches? Weirdly, I think the developments in the UK and the US over this past quarter may well offer us some stability, as it potentially becomes a bit easier to anticipate the best way forward. For this reason, I'm quietly optimistic about the outlook for our new client portfolios. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you a very happy and peaceful Christmas and a truly prosperous new year. As ever, we're here if you need anything at all. My very best wishes.